What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Vuvuzela. It is Vuvuzela victory. Yeah, we're in good mood, guys. We're in a good mood because we've been on good form. And if you want to see that good form, make sure you hit subscribe and get notified. And go look at the past videos, and you can see how well we're doing in this season. Our first season as Arcadia Shepherd's manager. Let me not leave you guys in too much suspense rather. Let's run the intro and get in the game. Well, we're into the game, and as you can see on the left or right-hand side, rather, just above my head, we haven't lost a game since the Tshwane University home game. That is the last time we lost a game, and we're doing well. In the top left, you can see we are currently 1 point with a game in hand over Vol University of Technology. And we're looking good, guys. We are looking good indeed. Like I said, we have come back for 3 games. That's right, 3 games up. We're taking on Chiltern Park, currently sitting in 7th, Inter Tshwane FC sitting in 6th, and Berea Albion in 10th. We're going to leave out the FC Timber game. They're sitting in 11th. They've only got 7 points this season. It's not going to look good for them. But anyway, before, of course, last time you saw us where we were around, we did take on Soweto Panthers, Vol University of Technology, and Zebra Force, where we won those games, except for the Panthers when we drew. Since then, we've played 3 games. We beat Tshwane University 1-0 away from home at the LC de Villiers Stadium. I think they played at the LC de Villiers Stadium, or they're supposed to play at the LC de Villiers Stadium. It doesn't have their stadium info on here, but they play at the LC de Villiers Stadium. I went to no, that's Tshwane. The Tucks played LC de Villiers. Tshwane played Tshwane. I don't know the name of their stadium. I'm talking rubbish. City Sharks, we thumped them 4-0, and then most recently beat Real Barcelona 3-1. I had a bit of an issue on that one because they were 1-1 at one stage, and we did manage to bounce back. In terms of just star players at the moment, you'll notice some new faces in the squad, and that's because, well, we had a couple of injuries. We had a couple of injuries in those 3 games. The likes of Madal, who's still currently injured. He was out for a while. We then also, unfortunately, sold a few players, which we'll get to. But in terms of just standout performers at the moment, I've got to give a shout-out to Alex Nkobo. 4 played, 4 goals. He has been fantastic, as well as the 1 assist, coming on that right flank to replace the injured Modal. And I don't look like I want to swap him out. Chad Kumalo, of course, 9 goals this season. He's been phenomenal. And then Hendricks, 7 assists. He has been really, really good. And then a little bit of an unsung hero in Morne Nyati on the right flank, right wing back. He's notched up a goal and 2 assists in the 14 games that he has played for the club, 10 in the league. Not a bad little return for a punt. I won't put it like that. And when I say punt, it is our most expensive earner at, I think he's on £120. We've got 1 or 2 little bit higher than him in terms of contracts. We can just go to the contract. You can see in terms of wages. In fact, we don't have. I thought we had one. We will be having one because 2 players that we have signed are only joining in January and like June, I think. They're around there. But there we go. That's what's happening. In terms of transfer market, what is happening, as you can see, we have sold Sashin Mkize. He rejected a contract. Well, we're trying to sell him at least. He's out of contract. He doesn't want to sign a new contract. He's refusing to sign a new contract. So there is a little bit of a gap in that one at the moment. And then, like I said, we have officially signed these 2 players. They're joining in July. Another player which I was heartbroken about selling, and I'm sure you've noticed, is our goalkeeper, Ayanda Peterson. He was a contracted player. They offered him a contract, Shoshin Guve. whole bunch of clubs offered him a contract. I then decided to offer him a contract as well. He refused to have a permanent contract for some stupid reason and wanted just a amateur contract, out of contract thing. I don't know what they called. And he decided to sign with Shoshaguve, where he's played one game and conceded one. I've been looking for a goalkeeper. I haven't really found a good goalkeeper. There is this guy that the recruitment focus picked up in Tumelo Motashane. He wants a lot of money to come to the squad. And he doesn't want a permanent contract. So I don't really want to sign him if that's going to be the case, because I don't want to be in a position with Ayanda as well. So what I have decided to do, there's a few others that they are scouting. This one looked like a decent little shot if we can get the full shortlist on him, or first for scouting on him. We are going to go with naturally we should have gone with Ayanda, who at 24 years old should be the natural replacement. However, we have a 16-year-old he's very good. He is very good. He is on par with Peterson at the moment, in my opinion. Peterson's a little bit better in terms of shot stopping, and he's physical and his speed. But in terms of aerial, he's a little bit better. And his handling is what kind of won me over. At 13 handling, that is not too bad. My only concern is his aggression at 13 and his eccentricity at 9 is a little bit higher than I wanted. But I feel like he could actually be a very, very good goalkeeper. So we are going with him. And then while I was sitting in the youth areas and the 16-year-olds, I noticed a few other good players that I feel are actually really, really good to get into the squad right away. And the one is Kamva Zulu, a defensive midfielder, a natural defensive midfielder. And I like him a lot. I'm going to give him a try today. As well as then Zain Mashlangu, a left winger, who does look very, very good. And if you want to just compare him to the other left winger in our squad, because when we have two, but Pula Mojola is not good at all. If you compare him to Hendricks, I mean, he's not that far off Pulani Hendricks. He's got better vision, better attacking, and better aerial. But if you look at this polygraph, some might argue that he is actually just better than Hendricks at the moment. And at 16 years old, definitely can improve. Another player for the right-hand side is Reyes Khadebe. And if we compare him to, let's say, Robo, who's currently playing that position, he's arguably a lot better than Robo. So I thought I'm going to give these 16-year-olds a little bit of a chance, give them a bit of a run. Not in the first game. Zulu will start this first game. Just feel like Benjamin, Kize, and Tuli are just not good enough to play in that position. So there are players we might be looking on. And I am leaning a little bit on the 16-year-old, of course, our goalkeeper, and Zulu starting this game, our first game coming up. In terms of tactics, we haven't really changed anything. Sort of stayed the same. I haven't changed any positions or anything. You can see the star ratings are improving slightly on all the players, because they are getting a bit more natural in those positions. Of course, a lot of players we had to retrain, the likes of Benjamin Kize, Mopatana, we had to retrain a little bit. Abel Mkize, we're retraining as an attacking forward. So there is a few, and then obviously as these players get more natural, the star ratings will then change a little bit, because these star ratings are actually in contrast to other players in that position. So, for example, Nyati, who's 4.5 stars, he is 4.5 stars compared to other right backs. So that is the best player for that position, is the way these work. But again, take those with a grain of salt, really. You know what? I've spoken enough. I think it's time for some action. Chiltern Park. We're going to Chiltern Park. Where do they play? We don't have any information. They play in Pretoria. They are from Pretoria. Nice little Pretoria derby here. Taking on Arcadia. We're currently in first. This is probably the toughest of the games. I've already spoken of the squad. The rest of the team's probably going to stay the same. Nyati and Ayanda on the right and left flank, with Daniels and Maleka going to be starting in the center mid positions. Like I said, Zulu getting his debut as a ball-winning midfielder, with Masondo, who's playing very well, in my opinion, as a DM. I know the ratings don't really show it, but ratings as DMs, they never get good ratings. So we'll take that with a pinch of salt as well. Nkobo, Sangweni, and Hendricks, they will continue as the front, sort of middle three, with Kumalo out in front. There is opportunities for Khadebe and Mashlangu to probably get as a sub coming on. But I feel in the other two games, which should be a little bit easier, they might even get starts in this video. We'll see how it goes. Let's go down to the game. Let's take on Shilton. We have a spare sub. We have a spare sub? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why does it say we have a spare sub? Squad number. Oh, squad numbers. You can actually read that properly. Hey, you want to be 13? You can't be 13. You can be number 1 then. 27, 29, and 30. Those are the numbers we give them. Let's go to the game. Of course, game underway, minute in, and we have a highlight straight away. Didn't even give me time to settle in or anything like that, so that's quite interesting. Zulu has the opportunity here. Goes for Nyati. Good ball in for Nyati. Little tap in. I think that's going to go as an own goal from Xulu. I suppose Zulu, as he pronounces his name? Hulu. I don't know. I'm possibly butchering that name terribly there. Forgive me if I do butcher that name. Not my native tongue, unfortunately. But a goal is a goal, and Chiltern Park, they're 1-0 down after just 2 minutes. Good start for us. Good start for us indeed. Nyati and Nkobo working very well on that right flank, and Sangweni has picked up an injury. Potential knee injury. Oh, those are never good. We're going to give him Mototana. He's the natural fill in there. Don't like that. I don't like that. Very early in the game, losing a key player is always a bit of a tough one. But I feel like we'd have enough depth in the squad at the moment. Here comes the corner in. We're going to clear lines, not well enough. And then luckily Maeza just can't keep the shot down. Not really testing our 16-year-old goalkeeper in Dua. I know you guys are probably thinking I'm a little bit crazy for trusting a 16-year-old. But the fact of the matter is that I just can't find any good goalkeepers. And, he's proven me wrong there, I guess. Maklangu with the goal. It was offside, so I'll take it. Still a clean sheet for our young 16-year-old. And, I had a look. I had a very, very good look. The problem is we've lost 3 of our scouts as well due to signing for other clubs. They didn't want to stay with us. And there is no other scouts available that want to come to our squad. So we're only sitting with 1 scout that I managed to find. We're lacking a head of youth development. So there is a lot of big problems staff-wise within the squad. But, they're doing well, but they're capable of even more. I think this team should be doing a little bit more. We're going to demand a little bit more there as well. That's the worst, though. When you click demand more, then a highlight happens immediately, so the effect hasn't gone through yet. And now, if we score, they're going to be so confused because we scored, and why are you trying to demand more? They've just scored now, so I suppose it makes a little bit more sense. Joseph, that was a hell of a goal. I don't think our keeper could have saved that. I don't think any keeper could have saved that. I don't think a brick wall could have saved that. That was a goal and a half, man. Look at it, just bashed it through there. That was just all power. Dua maybe should have done a little hand to it or something, but maybe a 16-year-old goalkeeper wasn't the smartest idea I've ever had. We are going to make some swaps, though. Although on a yellow card doesn't make me full of joy. Zulu also on a yellow card. We're going to give Khadebe a run up there. Chad Kumalo also not playing well. We're going to bring on Mkize. I'm going to leave Hendricks on for a little bit longer. I don't have 3 16-year-olds playing all at the same time. I'm trying to avoid that. Shange with the free kick. This is their second opportunity. Hendricks, poor clearance from Hendricks, must be said. I don't know if you needed to make that save, but I don't know if you needed to play it out for a corner. Well, this is his first game, so I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt. Get the jitters out. Clapper. Second screamer in that one. Maybe the keeper saw it late. There was a lot of defenders. There was a lot of people around him. I mean, there was a man right in front of him. That should have been called offside. I'm just putting it out there. He was literally standing in front of the goalkeeper. And this might be our first loss in a long, long, long time. can't really go more attackive, can I? What else can I do to go more attackive? Hendrick's not poor. We're going to bring on Mashlangu. We'll bring him on. Literally completely changed all the front there. Our defenders are not playing well. Maleka can come off. We'll give Simpiwe Chele a run. You have to come off. You can't make him. Can I make? Oh, we've got the injury. I forgot about the injury. I was like, I only made 4 subs. Yeah, Sangweni got injured, which was a huge blow for us. That was, I think, a big blow. He's a good playmaker for us in that midfield. We do have an opportunity here. Maybe we can steal a draw here. Daniels, Nyati, Zulu. Let's run for Mashlangu. This is Khadebe. Back to Mashlangu. Our 2 16-year-olds linking up nicely. Good ball to Nyati. Was going to come off. There goes down in the box looking for a penalty. Doesn't get a penalty. Leaves a huge gap in the defense now for Nkobe to go through. This is their Mashlangu. Then Lapo. He can smash it. His deflection goes Ronda's way. Maybe we should try that other goalkeeper again. Maybe 16-year-old goalkeeper is not the smartest idea. I know how to play Football Manager, don't get me wrong, but I really believe this Dua will become right. I think he's a good goalkeeper. At 16 years old, to have those type of physicals with the right development, I think he could actually become our first team goal. I think he's good to go up the leagues as well with us. And Mashlangu pulls one back. His debut goal. 16-year-old Zayn Mashlangu pulls one back. Can we do it, guys? Can we pull up an upset? That was Khadebe's recycle ball too as well. Don't forget that. 2 16-year-olds linking up there. Mashlangu with a beautiful header. 16 years old, man. 16 years old. That's what we've sort of been reduced to. We don't have a lot of money to sign players at the moment as well. The club was bleeding a lot of money. There's still a minute left. We're not going to get enough time. We are going to lose this game, despite a late flurry of comeback with Mashlangu's 88th minute goal. It's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. I was kind of hoping for the 16-year-old to have a better debut. Of course, we were the only game playing because we did have the game in hand over most of the teams there. 4 days. Why did you have to come off a twisted knee? You could have run it off, man. Be a man. Be a man. Terra's FC boss looking at Hendricks. Well, unbeaten run has finally come to an end. 11 games undefeated come to an end. Suppose we had to lose sometime. Taking on Inter Tshwane and Berea Albion as well, 7th and 10th. We're coming back for the Inter Tshwane game. So in the week that's come and passed, nothing really much has changed, except that Sangweni is fit to play this game, so he will start again. Everything else is going to stay the same. I'm going to play the same team. I think in terms of attacking, we were fine. I just think our defense let us down a little bit. I think I was just having a bad game, Daniels and Maleka. I do have the likes of Chele who can come in there, who's got unbelievably good potential and really good mentals for this division. But I don't think he's better than the other two at the moment. And Modal can actually play, but he's still injured. I don't understand that. He was past the fitness test, but he's still injured for 5 days. So not 100% sure how that works. And then a couple of players you can see they're looking a little bit low, played in our reserves games match at the weekend or just the week that passed. It was a Wednesday game or something. But yeah, this is the same team. We're at the Caledonian Stadium taking on Tshwane FC. Tshwane FC, I think they still stay 7th. I don't think there's any other games that happened. Yeah, they stay 7th. We still have that game in hand over Zebra Force at the moment, but as you can see, VUT have the same amount as us. In terms of other leagues, I did want to mention this. You can see the likes. So if you go Group A, Garankuwa, 40 points this season. We're only on 30, by the way. Group C, Aldo's Sporting 37. And then Group D, Yebo Yes United on 42. So they've already won their league, by the way. Wow. Okay. So yeah, basically what happens is all 4 of these teams will go through each group, and they go into 2 groups into the next league, the Motsepe League, which is a little bit above us. This is the Hollywood Bet Regional Leagues. That's the official name of this league, the 78th best league in Africa. So We're top 100. We're top 100. That's cool. Let's get to the game. Let's take on Tshwane FC. Another Tshwane derby, another Pretoria derby. Let's jump into it. Big match feel, I guess, for this one. Pretoria derby, always fun to have. Tshwane taking on, Tshwane taking on Arcadia Shepherds. Like I said, unchanged squad. So I'm interested to see Dua if he can do a little bit better this one. I don't necessarily think any of the goals were ready. That was close from Kumalo. I don't think any necessarily of the goals were really his fault. The one was offside. I did go back and check it. There was literally a player standing right in front of him, and that should have been given offside. He interfered with play. I mean, he was literally in front of the keeper. We just hit the crossbar. That's 2 times now we've hit the side netting or crossbar. So attacking-wise, we're doing well. Putting on the pressure against Tshwane. I know one of you guys asked me if I can get a kit for Arcadia Shepherds. I'm trying to find a kit. I could only find ones from the 60s. Just to update that little pack there, I think it would be fun to have. But yeah, only from the 60s. That's all I can find. We've given a penalty away. Come on. Choke will sit over it. That's easily dispatched. Was that a penalty? I mean, now Choke looks amazing. That beard was glorious. But yeah, that was a good penalty. Sent Dua the wrong way. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should get a new goalkeeper. Something just went bang in the back of my room. I don't know what it was. Nyati with the throw-in. Kobo. Nyati goes deep to Hendricks. Ayanda! What a finish! What a finish. Get in there. Hendricks had an opportunity to hit it away. He decided to just play it down, I guess. I don't know what he was actually trying to do, Hendricks. Did he even get the header? No, he didn't. Mithayane got the header. But Ayanda with the power. Mpandle couldn't save that at all. He couldn't hold that at all. What a strike. And then just other news, by the way. Khadebe became our youngest ever player for Arcadia at 16 and 98 days. And Ashlangu was the youngest scorer at 16 and 293 days. And we've just conceded another goal. I think we need to look for a goalkeeper, guys. I think we need to look for a goalkeeper. That was poor. That's poor. We should have saved that. My experiment is not good. You've been terrible. Sort yourselves out, guys. Come on. Then we're going to demand more as well. Just koi beans at them, guys. Malo back post. Beautiful finish. That's the kind of response you want as a team when you start the second half 1-0 down. Unmarked, completely unmarked at the back post. You can't leave Chad Kumalo unmarked like that. He will score. 9 out of 10 times he will score if he's unmarked like that. I say 9 out of 10 because sometimes he does erratic stuff. You never really know. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean? You never know. You never know. 60-minute mark. I'm going to make some swaps. Masando not having the best of games at the moment. Bring on Benjamin. He's more suited for that role. Kobo also not playing well. Khadebe getting another opportunity. Maleka not playing well. We'll bring on Simpiwe Chele as well. 3 subs, 3 fresh legs. Hopefully 3 goals by the end of this game. Just saying, you know, you never know. Could be happening. Could be happening. Hope it's happening. Got 10 minutes left, guys. 10 minutes left. Anything? Nothing? Everything? No highlights since the subs? Well, that was a boring, basically, 45 minutes. Literally was a boring 45 minutes. 1 shot in that whole entire half. Or 1 noteworthy shot. We do pick up a draw. Not ideal. Not ideal. We should be beating into Tshwane. That was not good enough. I wonder if that goalkeeper will want to speak to me again. We've dropped now points after V2 won their game. And in terms of just the 4 different groups, this is obviously the most competitive group, I guess. You want to speak to me again? You want to try? You do. You do. You do. Let's negotiate, my brother. You want a full-time contract now? That we can do. £9. Put you on for 1 year. Can I add a clause? Will you take an optional extension? How about this? How about I give you an optional clause and I'll give you 20. You happy with that? You happy with that? I think we might have found our new goalkeeper, Tumelo Motanchane. Hopefully, he's a little bit better than our 16-year-old. Well, my hair is tied up because that's how serious this game is. We need to get back to winning ways. We definitely need to get back to winning ways. We do have a new goalkeeper. He has signed for us. Tumelo has signed for us. We are going to throw him straight into the deep end. I am going to keep Dua on the bench. I feel like he can still develop. Another issue that we have is Hendricks has picked up an injury. He has passed the fitness test. I don't want to risk him, so I am going to play on my Shlangu in that one. And then I have brought up another player in Ian Ngobo, attacking midfielder from our youth academy. The reason behind that is Motana Siposiso could be on his way out. We've accepted some bids for him. They've made offers for him at least. The problem is I rejected one offer and he got very, very angry with me, so I accepted the others. I wanted money from him, but then I remembered when I rejected the money that you can't actually ask for money in this league. Anyway, I've had to accept bids from him from Shoshanguve, Blue Rocks, Hunters, and Premier, and then there's a whole bunch of other teams. I'm hoping one of these Motsepe League teams come in and make offers for him, because I don't really want him playing in sort of the same division as us. But anyway, so he's going to go to the bench. Other good news is Mohau is almost back to full fitness. I'm going to leave him off just for one more week at least. Hendricks will be on the bench though, because I need a backup left mid in case Mashlangu decides to have a poor game. The rest of the team's going to start the game. Zulu's actually performing quite well as the center defensive midfield, so I'm going to keep him in there, the 16-year-old. Then we have a couple of other 16-year-olds on the bench. Ian Ngobo probably might get a debut depending on how Sangweni does. We do have a debut for our goalkeeper, Tumelo. Hopefully, he gets a clean sheet. And hopefully, I didn't just jinx it by saying, hopefully he gets a clean sheet. Let's jump to the game. Also, I didn't big it up enough. I used to play for Berea Albion. Of course, back then they were called just Berea Park. So yeah, I actually played for them. The logo that they have on the game is still the same one that they had back then. So yeah, this is two of my former clubs going head to head. This is the Ogarides derby, for lack of better words. Why not? This is the Vasily derby, the Vaslap derby. There we go, Vaslap derby right here. Berea Albion FC taking on Arcadia Shepherds. Of course, played for both the teams. As Albion move forward, we should pick this up with Daniels. Easily should be picking it up. They're picking up Zulu nicely. Sangweni looking for options, goes nice to Ngobo. Cuts inside, can square it. Goes back to Sangweni. Sipo Sangweni with a fantastic finish. Top corner. No way any keeper was saving that. That was a beautiful ball. Started off from Sangweni, brought in Ngobo. I thought he was going to cross it. He decided to pull it back. Sangweni, acres of space. I mean, he could have taken 2-3 touches even, and that could have been a fantastic goal. I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed, man. I'm chuffed. That was a good goal. Good finish. All right, we're moving into halftime. We have been dominating Berea. They haven't had a single shot in the game. Never mind on target or off target. They just haven't had any shots. We've had all the possession. Nyati going for Zulu. Back to Ngobo. Cuts inside. Ngobo try to basically just squeeze the ball in. Sangweni picks up again. We still have opportunities. Zulu can shoot from there. Masondo goes for the shot instead. And Glamini saves it, rebounds it, picks up, takes the breakaway. Bayela looking for their first shot of the game. Peters cuts inside. Daniels easily picks that up, and good ball to Ngobo. And that'll be the end of the highlight, with Berea Albion yet to have a single shot in this game. That's the way I like it a lot better. Goalkeeper commanding his team. We need to grow up a gear, though. We need to find that second goal, ease my nerves a little bit. Maybe the hair tie. Maybe it's the hair tie that I've tied up my hair now. Maybe that's the focus the players needed to get in the game. Berea have had their first shot. Let's give them a round of applause. They've had their first shot. That's all you're going to get, I feel. That's all you need, right? They do have a throwing now. Maybe I'm getting arrogant. Maybe I'm getting too arrogant here. Peter's looking for options. Crosses in. They do get a second chance. Does that count as a shot? I don't know. Goldstone goes back in. We clear our lines again. I guess that will count as a shot. But Ngobo now pulls it away. He's not the fastest player in our team. That's for sure. Masondo, Sangweni, Mashlangu, who has got his first goal of his career in the previous game. Kumalo! 2 games ago, by the way, Mashlangu. And yeah, that does count a few shots. So they've had now a few. They back into this, but we need that second goal, guys. We do desperately need it. Mashlangu beautifully cuts inside. Ngobo back to Kumalo. Kumalo goes down in the box. It is going to be a penalty. Stepping up as per usual. He's taken 1 or 2 penalties already this season. Nyati steps up. Nyati scores his second goal. He's only taken 1 penalty. Sorry, I thought it was 2. Yeah. I think he actually missed his penalty, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, he's our best penalty kick taker according to stats, but I don't really look at that. We do have that second goal, which is important. We can bring on some swaps. Kumalo can come off from Kize, give him a run. Masondo, not having the best of games, will give Benjamin a run in there. Benjamin Zulu, but I think. And then I'm going to give a debut to Ngobo. Ian Ngobo. No relation to Alex Ngobo, by the way. Both different types of players, I think. Actually, the thing is, the database is all made up players. So maybe they decided to make that. Should we make them brothers? Should we make them that they just brothers? Although we did sign Alex Ngobo, we didn't start off at the club. Maybe long lost cousins that have reunited at Arcadia Shepherds. Yeah. I want to say that there's no clean sheet so far has been thanks to our goalkeeper, but honestly, we haven't been tested that much in terms of just Berea Albion getting good shots in there. They do have a penalty, though. Benjamin brings down Dlamini. Not a good introduction for Benjamin. This is now our goalkeeper Tumelo's opportunity to put the right to wrong, keep that clean sheet. He can't do that. Bayela gets his second goal of the season as well. Funny enough, their penalty kick taker. A game of penalties by the looks of it. But maybe with those 2 games, we're relying too much on a 16-year-old goalkeeper. I feel like Tumelo maybe sets the defense a little bit better. Beautiful strike from Ngobo. Alex Ngobo. I need to get different names. So maybe we just call other Ngobo Ian. Just straight up Ian. I think we'll go with that. Here comes Mkize, though. He gets onto the score sheet. Abel Mkize, only his second goal of the season. That's because Kumalo has been in such good form that I haven't really taken off Kumalo unless, he's looking tired or playing badly, and he hasn't. So shout out to Mkize taking the opportunity when he does get it. A beautiful finish, 3-1. We're back to winning ways, back the way it should be, in my opinion. I think YouTube curse, let's call it that. Those first 2 games, although Berea coming back at it, that just goes over the top there. I think Tumelo had that covered, though. I feel like it was there. Maleka, Benjamin, down to Ayanda, back to Maleka. Just pass the ball around, guys. Don't do anything crazy. Ian has the ball. Here comes Ngobo. Yela gives it away to Dlamini. They just let him run through. They literally just... What is wrong with the defense? Why would you guys just let him run through? Wow, look at this. He had the ball there. 1, 2, 3 defenders, and they just we'll let Benjamin run all the way back and cover him. We'll just cover those men for some reason. I mean, guys, you can't just let a man run through like that. Now they have another highlight. Now we are under pressure. I don't like this. Don't like this at all. Benjamin picking up Mashlangu, who loses out to Kliela again. I can't watch this. Our team is throwing away a lead. That should be offside. That should be offside. No, they're counting it. How? 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 I mean, surely that's offside. We're not even getting the lines. So if they score fourth now, I will be absolutely fuming. They got a soft penalty. They got an offside goal. That was so offside. I'm not even gonna. Nyati, come on, guys, get some justice in here. Ian, beautiful ball to Mshlangu. Just couldn't find Mshlangu properly there. Marlo Kani. Ayanda picks up Mshlangu. Ian, Zulu. Our 16-year-olds, all three of them connecting well. Mashlangu picks up Ayanda in the box. Mkize couldn't get the shot off. Nyati. Zulu cuts inside to no one in particular. I think I got arrogant when I took off Sangweni. That was poor. This has been very poor 3 games. This has been a poor performance. Luckily, we're quite far ahead of Zebra Force, so there's no risk of dropping into third, but I want to be first. That's where I want to be, and be 3 points behind VUT now. And we still have to play them in 2 games' time. I think we're coming back for that game, guys. We're going to have to come back for those games. VUT and Zebra Force, the last 2 games of the season. We need to win these 2 games. We need to beat Panthers and Timber FC. There's no doubt about it. We have to win those 2 games. And then it's going to come down to the VUT game, I think, because in terms of goal difference, because goal difference does play a bit of a big thing here, we do have a little bit of a better goal difference than VUT, but we still need to beat them. We're going to have, it's a bit of a sour note. I feel like we should have done a lot better than what we did, but it's okay. It's okay. Still a little bit of football left. We'll come back for that VUT game. In the comments down below, tell me how bad my decision was to have a 16-year-old goalkeeper and just mess up the entire system that we had. Am I relying too much on those 16-year-olds? Maybe I should just stick with Zulu and leave the others. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit subscribe, get notified, give us a thumbs up as well. From me, your boy the Vaslap. Till next time, peace, chicken grease.